Continuing from last video where we left off. Now we have our character that's moving left and right, up and down, and the rotation is working. And the jump is also there, okay? So the next steps is going to be, I want to add a run button so we can actually have our character running. And then what I want to do is I want to link all of our animations to the right movement. So the run, the jump, the walk, and the idle, okay? So let's start. First thing I want to do is I want to go into our input actions and I want to create a new one, which will be IA underscore run. And let's save that. Nothing to do here, is just that. Then we're going to go into our input and AMC actions. So in here, we just want to add a new one for our run. Add mapping, run, left shift. For G, it could be anything you want. Okay, so we have our input actions. Let's implement the run first before we do anything else. Let's go into our blueprint. Let's go into our hero and let's open our BP hero. Now that we are on our blueprint, we need to make our run button work. But before we can do that, we need to start thinking the speed of what our run is going to be. So the default walk speed is going to be 600, and that's Unreal default. And we wanted to move maybe to 100 to 1000. It's up to you how fast you want it to go. But to be able to do that, we're going to need two new variables to tell them the speed of the things that we're going to be moving at. Run underscore speed. And let's change this to a float. Compile so we can see the number. And then for my settings, I'm going to do like 1000. It might be too fast for you, depending on your map. So you could make it 800. Up to you, like I said. Next one will be your walk speed. Compile again to see the number, and like we said, the default was 600. Okay. Now that we have our two variables, we can tell our code that the run speed is going to be 1000 and our walk speed is going to be 600. Now we need to do some functions to make it easier to understand and the code more manageable. So our first function can be start underscore run. And let's build on that. To be able to work on this, we're going to start run. We need our character movement. We want our run speed. Get run speed. So now that we have a run speed and a character movement, we're going to pull from our character movement. And we're going to go set max walk speed. Now we're going to connect the rest, the speed, and then we start that. And then we can compile it and save it. So now we have the start of our run. Okay. Now we need to do a stop run. So let's do another function and let's call this one stop underscore run. Very similar things we're going to do. So we're going to pull our character. We're going to pull our walk speed and we're going to get it. And then again, same, we're going to set the max walk speed. And this time we're going to go walk speed, stop run. And we compile it all. So pretty much what we're going to tell it is, if we're running, we're going at 1000. And then when we stop running, we're going to go back to the default, which is 600. Okay, let's go back to our event graph. So now we can set up our run. Let's search for IA underscore run. Expand it a bit. Okay. And we have start run and then stop run. Or you can search for it too. So you could go completed, stop, run. Or you can pull it like I did and then just connect it. And that should be pretty much our run. So let me put run. Let's compile it, save it, and let's see if it works, okay? So we're moving normally, I'm gonna press shift, and then I'm definitely running. Okay? So it works, yay, right.